going on, Nikki-Dee? You're going to have a little bit of calm, you're telling us, but we need to prepare again.
We sure do. We need to clean up. I mean, yesterday we had some really loud storms. We had severe storms. We had tornado warnings. Of course, the National Weather Service will be out today going to all the local areas that did have that warning to see if it was a tornado or if it was straight line winds. So very delicate situation we're going to be dealing with all day. But here's some photos that we're sending. I mean, look at this hailstone. This was from our friends over around Crane Ridge. I mean, we're talking large stones, and you'll notice if you look close enough that the hailstones are not a complete round looking golf ball. A lot of people think, oh, it's going to be nice and circular. It's circle-ish, but all these little hailstones, they collide together while they're up in the clouds. So if you were to have seen some clouds with a green hue, that's a good indication of a thunderstorm that is carrying a hail core. And they tumble around like you're tumbling rocks, basically, in one of those rock tumblers, and then they start to stick together. So that's why you have the variation in sizes. Here's a video sent from our friends over in Kentucky. Sweet Nicole, this was after the fact, and I'm so glad she looked after the fact rather than during. And you can obviously tell debris tossed around like it was just a little piece of paper. Also seeing a lot of trampolines toppled over, as well as trees. This was over in Waynesboro, thanks to Nancy. So a lot of cleanup will be taking shape today, and we've got to get prepared for tomorrow. But right now, we've got the calm. You can take that big old breath and just sigh in some thankfulness. We're coming in 55 degrees, overlooking the stunning Music City. Winds are out of our west, right at 6 miles per hour. Hopkinsville, you're coming in at 54, and shoot, you saw a ton of rain yesterday, and we're going to add on to that with our next system. So here's what you need to know. Today's going to be lovely. Clouds decrease. Temperatures will hover right around that 70-degree mark. Tomorrow, we'll see some spotty showers, especially south of I-40. Then we head into the evening hours. That's when this strong line's going to move through, and that will be potential to produce some strong to severe storms. The setup is not as intense as yesterday, but it's one to definitely keep an eye on, especially occurring overnight. The Power 5 radars, we are finally clear across the board. Just a few clouds picking up on the satellite, and temperatures are in those 50s. So with the mostly clear conditions, winds out of our west, we're going to warm up quite quickly as we do go throughout the rest of today. So the game plan is to have all this clearing taking shape. We're going to stay mostly clear overnight, and then we head into our Saturday. Right around 7, 8 o'clock, we're going to know some showers skirting in from our south, moving northward. This is actually a warm front. It's going to be very scattered at first. Then we're actually going to see some lulls in place. We'll eventually head into Saturday evening. That's when our next band's going to move in, starting around 11 to midnight off to our west, and then it becomes a very long linear line, and this is indicating some straight line winds associated with it. Thankfully, it does look more contained and not so separated, so that is helpful in the potential for tornadic activity, but it's still something to monitor. So our threat levels are coming in a 2 as well as a 3, and since it's an overnight situation, that will continue to move its way out. A lot of rain associated, 1 to even 2 inches on top of what we already have received. So here's a look over the next 7 days. Today's your day. Get outside, enjoy it, clean up. Just be thankful for another one. We're coming in those upper 60s. Tomorrow morning, we'll start out those 40s. By the afternoon, 75. Storms will occur overnight into early Sunday. Monday, we're dry again. Then we head into next week. That active pattern returns, and look at the temperature difference. Wednesday, we're at 70. And then we're going to have 30s Thursday morning with highs staying in the 50s. So you know that's going to be a strong system moving its way, keeping a very close eye as that we transition from Wednesday into Thursday.